Hi. So this is my final internship video. Gonna jump right into it. Where did I complete my internship? So I did my internship at Capstone Adaptive Learning Academy. It was super fun. They do both pre pre-K and also occupational therapy, speech therapy. They have an ABA therapist come in. They do all this stuff for their kids, and they also have a after school program that specializes in kids with special needs, which I thought was super cool. So for the part that I did intern there, I was there for their after school program for a majority of the week, and then for the whole day for their school day and their after school program and everything on Fridays. And it was a pretty cool experience. On Fridays, when I was there for the whole day, I was able to sit with the occupational therapists, the speech therapist, and I was bounced back and forth all day between the two of them because they do stuff all day long on Fridays. And then I was able to talk to the ABA therapist, which was super cool. And yeah, so it's not really recreation therapy, but the occupational therapy was really informative to sit in on because they seem pretty hand in hand from what I saw. So overall experience, I really enjoyed my internship. I was sad that it was cut short. Um, like I just said, helped with occupational therapy, speech therapy, got to talk to the behavior analyst. And then during the after school program, I got to be exposed to the different types of disabilities that these kids had. So there was some with Down syndrome, some with autism, some with behavioral disorders. There was kids with I forget what exactly it was, but some physical disabilities as well, and nonverbal kids. And we did a bunch of arts and crafts, so art therapy. We did music therapy and like dance and stuff like that. And yeah, it was really fun. So, the internship agency and how they responded to coronavirus. So, I work at a bank, and the bank that I have worked at had a confirmed case of coronavirus. And shortly after they had a confirmed case of coronavirus, I got sick with the regular old flu. But because I was showing symptoms and had to get tested and was working in such close proximity to someone who had tested positive, I had to sit out for a couple weeks because before Corona really even got big in our area, they had signs posted that said, like, if you've traveled to X, Y, and Z, or have been exposed to someone who's traveled to those places, or you've gone on a cruise or on a vacation or anything like that, that you couldn't go inside. So, for safety precautions, we all mutually decided that it would be safer if I didn't go during that time until my test results came back. And then no sooner did my test results come back, is when it got super crazy in our area. And basically, the last week that I was there on campus was super, super busy with like cleaning and sanitizing. We were sanitizing so much. We were limiting the kids to one area of the school, like one room, since there were less kids there because of the scare. We had kids limited to one room instead of like all the different classrooms throughout the facility. They were eating lunch in a specific part of that room instead of the cafeteria. That way it was easier to contain and clean, and we were cleaning all day long. Like, we would have them move to the front of the room to watch a movie, and we would Lysol everything, and we would mop and like all this stuff. And then if they had to go back over there to eat, that was cool, and then we would vacuum and Lysol everything on the other side of the room. So it was a lot of sanitizing, but it was worth it. I could see why we did it. Um, I left April 2nd, I think. That's when the facility decided to close. They were trying to stay open as long as possible because, with everyone being out of work, childcare was something that was really important, especially with some of the kids that they had, because not all childcare facilities will accept kids with the needs that they had. So they were trying their best to stay open as long as they could, but we ended up leaving the first week of April. Um, How has my life changed during the pandemic? Well, I appreciate outside time a whole lot more. I considered myself a homebody before all of this, and now I realize that it's just that I don't like people, not that I don't like going out. I rather enjoy going out a lot. Um, so I really miss the beach. In order to maintain stress and just like feel like I'm able to still appreciate the things that I enjoyed before all of this, I have a hammock that I put outside every day, and every day on my lunch break, I'm on my hammock. Um, so yeah, it also makes me appreciate like my work relationships. I'm working from home now, and not seeing my coworkers every day has really bummed me out. It makes the whole job way, way different. So yeah, the GLAD stress management technique. We're gonna jump into that. So this past week, I'm grateful for you accepting this video. For sure. Again, I know I've said it a million times. You didn't have to, and thank you so, 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 so much for making the exception on this. One thing that I have learned this week, again, back to that, is to double check when things have been turned in earlier than they're required, because I swore to myself that I turned this in 3 weeks before it was due, and apparently the upload failed. So make sure closer to time, just double check, cross all your T's, dot all your I's. That's what I have learned. An achievement this week. Taking my last exam as a undergraduate student, that was huge. Really proud of myself, and I guess that's next week. But graduation, virtual commencement, which is interesting to say the least, but it's still a big achievement, and I'm glad that we have a way to recognize it. One thing that delighted me this week, I have two. I can't really decide between them. One of them was the day before what would have been my graduation. My graduation would have been April 26th. So on Saturday, my mom and I needed a headshot for the virtual commencement, and I was like, let's just have fun with this. And I got all dressed up, did my makeup, did my hair, got in a cute outfit, and we went out and took graduate pictures. And because I'm out of the area and I didn't have my cap and gown, I used my boyfriend's cap and my gown from high school, and we went and took senior photos with toilet paper and Lysol and Clorox wipes, and it was really funny. Like, we just did a whole photo shoot, and instead of having like textbooks and like your soccer ball and like all that stuff, it was all like COVID supplies. It was pretty funny. And then the other one is I had a trip to Miami planned to go visit my friends from when I was on campus. It was supposed to be next week, and obviously that got canceled. And I bought another plane ticket for September. So I'm really excited. We're going to do our trip just how we planned it for next week. But in September, we're going to get tattoos, and I'm going to see my friends, and I'm very, very excited. So those are the two things that delighted me this week. And I know I already said it, but thank you so much for accepting this late, and I'm really, really sorry. But yeah, have a good summer, I guess, and stay safe.